So, you guys know I like to knock back an energy drink whenever I'm streaming, chill stream to keep me going. And lately I've been drinking a lot of what's called C4. And it turns out they had Skittles as a flavor, but they also have Starburst flavors. So I have lemon. Starburst lemon. So I have a feeling this probably isn't going to taste very good. So let's try this one out. It smells like Starburst. That's actually not that bad. It just tastes like citrus. It doesn't taste like lemon. It doesn't taste like lemonade. It doesn't taste like orange. It just tastes like generic citrus. I was expecting something way worse. That is reasonably consumable. I give that a solid 6 out of 10. I ate all the oysters. Just oysters on the half shell. Just shooting them with my little my little mini harpoon gun. You guys know those. I like to imagine the bug hunting crossbow as those. You know those things you can buy at like open air markets that are sold with the airsoft pistols that looks like a crossbow stuck on top of a pistol. That's what I like to imagine his little hunting crossbow is. It's just one of those. If I would have known you could have hunted oysters with these things, we would have turned in this quest like 5 streams ago. Here's her room. Light, I got you something.
I've heard the news. We are all very proud of you.
Yeah?
Well, Roth is still out there, somewhere.
No, I mean about the uncontested flight.
I sensed that you perhaps are not as jovial as the rest of the weir.
Oh, it's nothing. I know that a bronze and a green could never be together. You deserve to fly the gold. You have earned the status.
Let's bear in mind, Lita, that it will be a good few years before Zent flies the gold. She will have to mature first.
Thank you.
I'm saying that nothing is certain, Lita.
That is good to hear.
Besides, who is to say that the Hatchin will not provide us with more bronzes?
Nato says we should leave Lita in peace. She needs time.
But I got a pearl! No! No! No, I don't care what her dragon says. Oh, we should have turned this in way earlier. Way earlier. Zenth, get me out of here.
Yes, the call.
I'm ready to leave.
How's that tombstone coming?
Well, Decor, I'm glad to tell you it's done. And right proud of it I am, too.
Finished? Good. Now I must take it back to Karisti on Ista Beach.
Ista Beach? Well, I pity your dragon, Decor, having to carry such a weight. You be careful with it now. It's quite heavy.
I'm just gonna hold that tombstone. Don't go too far, Zenth. I'm gonna need to call you right back. Can he just, like, wait where I left him instead of me having to always call him back? I feel like we're wasting time.
Hello again.
Hello, Karisti.
The headstone. The headstone. Oh, how wonderful.
Guys spent many a long hour on this, I reckon.
It's beautiful. My heart is eased, Dragon Rider, and I feel I may now have the peace of mind to travel to the hatching grounds. Thank you.
Oh, she's a potential werewoman too. Well, I'll be damned. And look, got the new headstone there already. How many potential werewomen have we? Oh, that was knowledge up. Did we do it? Oh no, we didn't. We didn't go up a level. How close are we? No, we did do it. It just didn't tell us that we went up. We're level 8, and the dolphin's right there. Let's go talk to that dolphin. Come on, Flipper. Hey.
Draco, can I sense you are trying to interpret the dolphin sound?
I am, Xanth. Be quiet a moment.
Dragon Riders, you have forgotten us. But we will join you once more in a new adventure.
What?
Was that really the fish speaking, Draco? Or is your mind playing tricks with us both?
I believe it was the dolphin, Xanth. I really do. What new adventure can he be speaking of?
Perhaps when our duties are completed here, then the future will hold more adventures for us.
Perhaps involved in the dolphins of Pern.
Perhaps, Draco. Come on then. Let's continue.
Guys, do we got Dolphin Riders of Pern coming up next? Do we got Dolphin Riders Chronicles of Pern 2? Is that the game they never made?
Dolphins?
Is They don't fuck around with the dolphins in Pern though. So I think this is specific to this game. Holy shit. Fandramon, so long and thanks for all the fish. Wouldn't that have been some shit like if that was one book to reference another book, wouldn't that have been some shit if they put that in this game? A small bronze key. That lady in Fort Hold who was sweeping the floors gave us this, and we have never used it for anything. I have no idea what it goes to. Go to the courtyard of Harper Hall. Done. Is there? Does it open up one of these doors? Oh. Oh, shit. This door is interactable. Mystery solved. Thank you. What is this?
What's this?
An ancient... Oh, it's an ancient artifact that we can take and upgrade our sword with. After all that. We don't need it anymore.
For me?
Like this, for example?
Oh, that's interesting. Where did you find that?
Oh, just lying around.
Just lying around.
Do you mind if I keep this? I can upgrade your weapon for you as a favor in return.
I can't hear you over the bellows. What?
Weapon upgrade? That sounds ideal.
Wonderful. Here, let me take your weapon.
An iron key with Harper Hall's symbol on it. Yep, there we go.
Skins, skins. Oh, skins. Now, where did I put that key? I'm always losing things in this place. Oh, look. What's that? You have the key. Marvelous. Ah. Now I can open up that locked section of the library. If only I could find it.
How do you not know where that
Key
is?
is of some use.
Now, the locked library door is
Oh,
behind
okay.
one of these bookcases somewhere. Oh, you'd need a mining skill to find it, I fear.
My guy is just fucking yawning.
Well, I have a lot to do, Lock-in, but if I stumble on it, I'll come back to you.
Okay, so it's behind... It's gonna be behind one of these cases that said nothing here. Oh, hang on. It's this door.
It's over there, Lock-in. I found it some time ago.
Some time
Oh,
ago.
well, that is good of you. Thank you, Decor. I will open it up right away.
Bruh, you couldn't find that? A map leading to a secret place. Okay, so these little shits should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, no, there they are. Hey. Hey, you.
No, Jax, I can't play with you anymore. My mother says so.
Yeah, you tell him.
Oh, I see. Yes, Jim, it's probably for the best.
Don't worry. I won't tell anyone I saw you young men playing together.
Do you know who the nasty man is?
The nasty man?
What man?
That man took Roth over to the dark caves.
They were shouting an awful lot.
Who's that nasty man? Also, how'd they get over there? There's rocks covering the dark cave. Unless... Are the rocks cleared? I can't tell. No, it's still sealed up. Gethin, did you see some guys come through here?
Very interesting.
Shut up. Where the fuck are they? It's Fandramon's favorite instrument in the whole game. And Buster Keaton rules talking to Emporio says, I know, right? That guide getting named Fact of the Month is sure to be remembered as the biggest disaster of September 2001. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that happened in September 2001 that would constitute being called a big disaster. Maybe I gotta go back and tell Uric that they're in the dark caves.
It's just not like Roth to miss his duties.
Fuck you two.
Anything else?
Give me the pie.
That sounds good. The meat pie it is.
A tasty meat pie. Is he delivering the food to me? What's he doing? I can't move. He's gone. He just fucking walked out of here. Well, actually, regular Magic Unicorn, I'm glad you asked. Whenever we woke up from being in that weeks-long coma after we fought the bad guy, my entire inventory of usable items was cleaned out, meaning we lost the original meat roll. But that guy gave us another one, so we got a meat roll back. So it's still, if I open up my inventory, you can see it's still there. We still got the meat, a tasty meat roll. Oh wait, hang on, I got to use this map. There is another secret bookshelf within the same library. Oh, fuck. Well, I didn't realize that was a usable item. Go to the first entrance. Apparently I can go in that side. See, this is why I allow backseating whenever we do games like this. Because half this shit I wouldn't figure out. Like if I wasn't fortunate enough to have like a navigator like Emporio helping me with this, I'd be fucking lost. We would be streaming this for at least 4 more weeks. It doesn't look like you can go in there. That's all caved in. Fuck this. That's perspective fuckery.
Raworth, are you all right?
There's an herb.
Eggs. Poison the eggs at the hatching ceremony.
Who? Raworth? Who does?
Soliard brought me here to kill me. Found his batch of poison.
Hang on, Robert. Zen, contact the other riders and get them to send help down here.
Already done.
I don't know. He'll be at the hatching ceremony, though. Evil-looking fellow.
I'm going to go now, but help is on the way. I need to stop this once and for all.
This motherfucker. Oh, I just turn and go out.
Disguised as a drudge. He is more determined than we thought.
Good thing he looks like a bitch.
The other riders to search.
But now he's here, we do not know who to trust again anymore. How long until the hatching?
Morath says soon. Very soon. Before sunset.
Then we don't have much time.
Then there's no time to waste, you mean?
Riders you most trust to keep a vigilant eye on the hatching ceremony. If we combine efforts, we will catch him this time.
Boo, if I can't have a dragon, then no one can. Boo! Let's finish this shit. Talk to Brack.
Barak, we're in grave danger and I need your help.
Aye, lad. I can see the troubled look in your eye.
I have to ask you to go to the hatching grounds with great speed.
It's Roth, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no shit.
Poison the eggs at the ceremony.
How do you poison eggs?
I knew we weren't rid of him. I could smell him. I'll meet you there.
Here's someone. To men.
Well met to call.
To men, I need your help.
Well, that's a surprise. Like you could keep yourself out of trouble for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Roth.
I know. Zenth told me through Katath.
Then why are you sitting on your ass?
We could trust to men.
Looks like your dragon has a bit of a loose tongue. I'll meet you at the grounds.
But first, I have to finish playing checkers with myself. Fuck you, Tamen. Oh, hang on. No, she's right here.
Lita.
Lita.
Roth is here.
Where? I heard about Roth.
He's disguised himself as a drudge, assaulted Raworth, and is attempting to poison the golden egg.
Then I'll get to the hatching grounds with haste.
Good. I'll meet you there. Zenth will fly you in on the way.
I feel like he misspoke there. Zenth will fill you in on the way, not he will fly you in. Mace Windu.
Lital, wake up.
Oh, it's you, Decor. What is it?
I need you to help me. The new queen is in danger and Roth is here. Zenth will relay the details via your dragon, but we need to guard the golden egg and capture him.
Of course. Is this connected to Roth?
Yes.
I'll meet you at the hatching grounds.
That's it. I guess we go to the hatching grounds now, and we let this final cutscene play out. Because I don't, unless we have to fight him, unless we confront him and we have to fight him or something. I'm gonna save. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm gonna save. All I have to heal myself with is a meat pie and a hot pocket that I refuse to eat.
Starting.
Quick, into positions around the perimeter.
Aye, you go up onto the viewing gantry.
I mean, we could take an inventory of who's not supposed to be here, right? It should be pretty obvious. Look at all these women I found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 of them. Apparently we missed a couple.
Want you to go to them. They think they have him.
Mace Windu's got him.
You shall have no gold this day.
Oh yeah, this guy totally slipped in under the radar.
Indeed, you may have done, but you will not forget me this day.
Don't do it, Roth. This is senseless.
I have never had any other purpose.
You don't have to do this, Roth. You'll damn us all.
I'm sorry,
No, you're not.
Oh.
Yeah! Fuck him up! Oh, that's the... You want some of this? I don't have my sword equipped. Hang on. My guy's a fucking moron. What a bitch. He went down like a little bitch. We'll finish him off.
What do you want me to do with him, Takor?
Kill him. Give me the choice. Give me the choice. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
It begins.
Look, it's a baby gold. Hey, it's you. Christy? Christy?
Karanth has chosen.
A wink and a fucking John Freeman smile. Is that it? Yeah, leaving him out for Thread is essentially leaving him out to die. It's not exiling him. It's basically just leaving him, basically letting the elements kill him. Look at all these dragons, all synchronizing their hand movements. There you go, staking him out for Thread. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, you motherfucker! With nothing holding him there, he just kind of looks goofy. That's how it ends. Play stupid games such as Dragon Riders of Pern. Look at all these in-engine rendered people who worked on this game. They keep showing the same few faces. Harry Potter? What's wrong with their faces? Like, I get the feeling these were photographs that were like run through some type of computer program to make them look like they're in-game models. Something's just off about all these faces. They're all just really uncanny and I don't like them. Dino. So far, the only person smart enough to be credited underneath an alias. What's wrong with your face? That's it for credits. Oh no, there's more. Fandramon, wait, what about the feast? You got all those fucking eggs and herbs? That was just a mission. There was nothing special about that. That was just a mission to do. That's all that was. I knew that there wasn't going to be a big feast. I just figured we needed to turn in that mission because it was an open quest we hadn't done yet. But yeah. That's that. I think all we got for that was a reputation or whatever. Look at all these voice actors. Most of them pronounce their words correctly. Fandramon, only 2 testers? That explains a lot. Yeah, no kidding. Also, there's no in-game, there's no credits music. It's just quiet. We're just quietly watching the credits crawl. And they've stopped they've stopped capitalizing the second and third letters. Now they're back to it. Oh, they did post-production in Canada, Ubisoft Canada, so this has got Canada's fingers on it too. Yeah, that's right. There's no dolphin quest. I don't know what they were trying to set up with the dolphin quest whenever we talked to the dolphins. I don't think they were trying to like telegraph that there was a sequel in the works, because I don't think this game would have gotten one. This isn't like a one and done kind of adventure. So I'm not sure what was going on there. I think they were just trying to maybe test the waters, pun intended. Are they just naming people from every European country? Nordic countries. I believe the term is Scandinavia. Look, that guy manages the whole internet. Mur Lafferty, the whole internet manager, the whole internet. That's the guy. When your internet's down, give him a call. That's who you need to talk to. Okay, I was wondering when they were gonna give very special thanks to Anne McCaffrey. I'm like, okay, there's got to be she has to be in the credits somewhere. You wouldn't have a game without her. And that's it. We're back to the title screen. Just like that. We can go back and fight that final boss again. He went down like a bitch. I stabbed him once, and he was like, "Oh, what a world!" And then he died and shit himself to death. Actually, no, he didn't die. He died whenever we left him out on the island. All right, you guys, that was Chronicles. No, damn it, Dragon Riders Chronicles of Pern. I keep getting the name back. We finished the game, and I've still not gotten it correct. That was Dragon Riders Chronicles of Pern for you for the Dreamcast. It's not very often that we stream Dreamcast games on this channel because, like I said, I prefer to play on real hardware. Of course, like I said, I have the disc inside the case, but my Dreamcast has stopped reading CDs, so I have to get a new one at some point. What would have happened if we hadn't found that werewoman? Bad end. Maybe it does pick a different werewoman, because there were 10 potential werewomen, and I only found 8 of them, apparently. So, I missed 2 of them along the line somewhere. 8 out of 10 ain't bad. That's 80%. Solid B. That is a B, baby. So, that's a passing grade. So maybe it just would have picked somewhere else. Buster Keaton rules. Yeah, maybe try a quick no werewoman speedrun sometime. Yeah, sure. I'll start speedrunning Chronicles of Pern. No. When it comes down to it, this is a game that I would review favorably. And by favorably, I mean like 6 out of 10. So it's past the median, so that means it's favorable. It's not below 5, because below 5 would be unfavorable, and 5 right on the dot would be take it or leave it. I don't, just whatever. It is what it is. The reason why I would dock points for it is because this game does so many things that are confusing to the player, where setting things in motion is really complicated and not always intuitive. So that's my biggest drawback with this game, is that there are times where it does boil down to talk to every NPC until one of them progresses the plot. And there's a lot of side quests that you can do. In fact, there's side quests that we missed that we didn't complete. But doing those is optional up to an extent, because, well, I don't know if any of the mainline quests actually give a strength or any knowledge checks or anything like that. I don't know if they do that. But I guess to experience other things in the game and to do other quests, you would have to have a high enough reputation or whatever in order to pass those checks. Just like if you wanted to see all the concept art inside the Waremaster's library, you would have to have a reputation of at least 7 out of 8. So, and then plus there's that key that you have to take to Harper's Hall to get the other key to get to the secret place to go behind the shelf or whatever in there, and you get the rusty key for that, which is used later in the game. So unfortunately we passed up when that was relevant. And yeah, I would say the combat is not this game's strong suit. It's very janky. Oftentimes when I hold down the action button to enter battle mode, Decor will not respond to movement from the joystick. That happened many times throughout the course of us playing this game, where I would, the game says to hold down A, just like bad CGI Christopher Walken told us, hold down A, and then you can strafe left and right, to dodge damage. You can hold back to block, and you can press forward to attack. And then no direction would do anything. He would stand there with his sword like a fucking idiot and wouldn't swing, wouldn't sidestep, wouldn't block, and then you're just a sitting duck waiting for enemies who can like two-shot you, and then you're dead. So that's why we had to save scum throughout so much of this game, because attacking with your sword is never guaranteed. Sometimes when you bring out your sword, he just doesn't attack. I would say like 2 out of the 5 times, every time we would attack, he would just, and then not do anything, no matter what. And then you'd have to exit the stance, re-enter the stance, and try again. And by the time that happens, you're probably already taking hits. And then by that point, you might as well eat your healing herbs or whatever, but then you're going to waste all that shit because there's a finite supply of those. And yeah, you can go fishing for a bunch of oysters and fill your inventory with oysters, but there's also a finite amount of those stupid bug darts as well. So technically, you can only get as many oysters as you have darts for. So even then, there's a finite amount of healing items in the game. And then past a certain point, the game takes all your healing items from you, and doesn't tell you that, which I thought was shitty. So there's that. And the mandatory gambling part, I hated that with the loaded dice, because we went down and talked to Brack to learn how to use the loaded dice, how to play 5 men, dead man, shards, whatever the hell it was called. And you would think it's just a matter of navigating menus and making the right decisions. Roll high, and then throw a hand so that you lose and no one suspects anything. Roll high, roll low, and then throw a hand. You know what I mean? But apparently, even though the dice are loaded, they're not guaranteed. Which I guess makes sense, because in reality, loaded dice would also not necessarily be a guarantee. But still, it would have been a lot simpler to just have the knowledge of what to do and then to execute it correctly and not leave anything up to fucking chance. Because so many times I would go to throw the hand or throw the roll or whatever to like lose on purpose, and I wouldn't fucking lose. The game would still give me points, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. And then of course the guy is like, hey, let me see them dice, and I'm like, god fucking damn it, now we gotta fucking start over and try again. There's so many points in this game that I feel like the game can just soft lock you out on and make you reset your save. That goes for cheap deaths, the forced gambling thing. There's some quests that can become unfinishable, like trying to give the pearl to Lyda. I didn't know about the oysters. I thought at some point we would find a pearl. I didn't know about shooting the oysters with the bug darts, because they're called bug darts. I thought they were for hunting bugs. Nobody told me you can shoot oysters with them, so that's stupid. The game doesn't prompt you on being able to do that. And the graphics are so low resolution that it's hard to see the oysters darting around in the water anyways. Do you know how many times that I walked through that water at the blacksmith's place and I did not once see or notice anything shooting around inside the water? If I did, that would have drawn my attention to it and I would have investigated it. But I never saw anything until I specifically was looking for it, because I was told by somebody in chat that, hey, you can shoot oysters. That's how you find the pearl. Thank you, Emporio. Before I go, Emporio, thank you for helping me play through this game with the guide pulled up, because without it, I don't think we would have gotten through it as efficiently as we did. So thank you. You are the MVP of this stream, or of these streams, because without you, I would not have been able to do this. And I'm leaving this part inside the recap so people know who the MVP was. So talking about janky combat, the hard to guess story progression, and the mandatory gambling, that's where I would be deducting points. And then Buster Keaton Rules says, on a positive note, the graphics resemble the timeless internet classic Half-Life Full Life Consequences. They kind of do. Those crappy, stretched out JPEG textures, but then the eyes and the lips and everything are all well formed. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like that. That looks creepy. Everyone looks like a talking mannequin. It's weird. But I can't fault them for that too much because it is a huge game. And it's a huge game for the Dreamcast. You know, given all things considered. So I kind of can't fault them for having low resolution textures when there's so much else in the game. So I don't really dock as many points for that. I'm not a stickler for graphics or whatever. That's just something that's like a non-issue to me. Unless they're really bad, in which case I'd be like, okay, guys, come on, let's take a look here. But I could tell, for the most part, I could tell what everything was supposed to be, and what items were, you know, when I was looking at things. And the menu was kind of a shitstorm at first, but as it filled in, it made sense to me. So I wasn't really worried too much about the menu. Once we started getting items and things started filling out, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. There is some cohesion here. But I could say some good things about this game. The good things are that, and this applies to me as someone who's read the Pern novels, it adheres very nicely to the source material, in my opinion, at least. You know, it gets a lot of the parts of the books correct. It gets a lot of the lore correct, and that I enjoyed that. As somebody who's read some of the Pern books, that made me happy. That all the writers and names, they all match, and the dragon names sound like names out of the books, and they even, as ridiculous as it was, and as embarrassing as it was, introducing and talking about the dragons mating and how that affects their riders is just another facet of bringing the actual content of the books into the game. As goofy and as embarrassing as that was, as me having to explain it was, I appreciate that because that is part of the books. That does play a more major role in the plot line of the books than I would like to admit. So they at least got that. And they also gave Anne McCaffrey a cameo appearance in the game, which I thought was nice. And there's a lot to do in the game. There's a lot of places to go. The visuals are okay. You can tell what everything is. Doing the quests and making progression on the quests and the storyline was satisfying, even if the tasks needed to advance the plot were bullshit. But once you actually get over those humps and you make some progress in the game and things unfold and there's more places to explore and more things to do, then the game stands well on its hind legs like that. So I liked it for that. I liked that they were kind of copying Ocarina of Time, but not quite, by having the fire lizard that nobody else but you could see, your imaginary friend, that would fly over to things that you could interact with and talk to people with. That was a nice helper. I'm glad they added that, even if it was basically a shameless ripoff of Ocarina of Time's Navi. At least the dragon didn't make any noise. At least our dragon, who's in our head, didn't interrupt us all the time. He only did for very important things. So, you know, there's that. And overall, I think the game was passable. I'm trying to think what's my verdict for Pern? Well, I already said that I would give it around a 6 out of 10 is what I would give it. I've long since taken the price tag off the cover of this game, but I'm pretty sure I bought this game for $10, I think, at a retro game store. I'm sure the price has gone up because that's all that fucking retro game prices have done. This is not a $20 game. This is more in the realm of $10. Rocker says, I remember when you recommended to stay away from this game. Yeah, when we streamed it on Gatorbox as a Friday night show and we couldn't get anything to happen and the game was really dry and, you know, they gave us too many quests to do and we couldn't even get past the first little hurdle of making the meeting happen, that frustrated me. But based upon... See, that's why it's important. That's why gaming journalism is a fucking joke, right? Because now that I've actually sat through this entire game and dumped many hours into it and played it, I would give it a more favorable review than I did the first time I played it when I only played it for 2 hours. I know that game journalists don't have the time to invest into games like this and write a review based upon that. but back in the day, it seemed like they used to. Back when, you know, gaming journalism was somewhat respectable. So there's I say that, but I'm a guest editor now at a certain website, so, you know, fuck me. This is generally a $50 game these days? Are you shitting me? I paid $10 for this. God damn, I swear to God, there's a retro game bubble happening. This is not a $50 game. Do not spend $50 on Pern. You can just go buy a bunch of Pern books off of Amazon. You know how many Pern books paperbacks you get for $50? You could get a lot. There's 29 of them. You can get probably like half of them for $50. You guys like this? I already showed it off earlier. This is Sippy. SIPPI. Like Sippy as in sippy cup, but Sippy also like Mississippi, the state, because of the Mississippi River. It has alligators in it. That's going to do it for Gatorbox tonight. We finished this game right on time, right on schedule. And one of these days I'll be able to edit these chill stream videos and put them up on YouTube so that people can go watch this playthrough again. But in the meantime, I save all the VODs on Twitch. So the whole videos will be on Twitch, and the edited ones will be on YouTube at some point in the future. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with Dragon Riders of Pern. Good night, everybody. See you in the Discord. Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.